That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 15 minutes after 11 o'clock. It is 16 degrees, only 2 degrees off my prediction, believe me, 18 degrees. We're going to get there today. Barbara's, of course, 20 degrees. She doesn't stand a chance, much like the weatherman's 14 degrees. It's going to be 18 degrees. Even Tina Lou says 19, well, maybe. But I don't think it's going to get to 20. It is Thursday, August 26th, and you know something, this is a real first actually, because we never talk to anybody out of the UK on the same day. Usually it's the night before, if you know what I mean. And same with most of the people around the world these days. Seeing New Zealand is the very first to be able to see the hours, the days and everything in the world. Now, I'm absolutely elated because we were supposed to do this last week, but unfortunately the Prime Minister and the government in their infinite wisdom closed us down and says everybody's in lockdown. So we had to reschedule. So much so that we made space today, and it is an absolute pleasure to have Renae Rain join us. Now, you know about Renae Rain. Seems like I can't get through a breakfast show without playing at least one of her tracks. Check this out. Don't worry about me here at Galaxy. So the next one we have up for you, Renae, is Too Close.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yeah, that's the latest single. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
As a producer, yeah.
Right. Then we've got Wasted with Dre
Yep.
Scuffs. We've got the remix version of that. Then Impossible. That one is gaining traction. Really, there's a lot of people starting to request that, so well done. And then your most requested one is I Feel.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's a popular favourite.
Yeah, believe me, you're up over a couple of thousand requests with that one.
Oh my gosh,
So,
wow.
And I'll give you those stats.
They're going to get streaming with the Spotify on that one.
Believe me.
Yeah.
But through this, I will ask you a few fan questions that come to me at the same time. Hi, Tina. Nice to have you on board, coming out of Oklahoma. And love to Angel as well. Very, very cool. This will be like no other interview you've probably ever done before and or will do again. So I'll apologise now, okay?
Okay.
But after we do this, hang in there because we'll do a couple of crazy photos that we can give you. You'll get a copy of everything, literally.
Great, thank you so much, because I love to share it.
Nice. We'll give you some stills as well so you can put them on your phone, wallpaper, you know, Kiwis.
Yeah.
Kiwis, you know, not healthy, don't do it. But at the same time, we'll give you a copy of that. The bonus these days too is we do something really, really original. Barbara turns everything into a movie. It'll go on YouTube and everything like that, but you'll get a copy of the movie. Then she makes the movie into a cartoon.
No way.
Yeah, it's fantastic. One of the few things that makes me look good.
Oh no, that's awesome. No, I actually for my song Spend, I did a little animation as well for that video. It took so long to do that the video was finished before the animation, and I was just like, oh, let's just put the video out. But I did use the snippet of the animation for promos and stuff like that.
Nice. Let's go live to the desk. Welcome to Galaxy, Renae.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 19 after 11 o'clock, 15 degrees downtown, heading for my high of 18. It's going to get there, it really is. And today I'm absolutely elated because, believe me, I have been a big fan of Renae Rain since I very first heard her music. I really, really have. And I'm not alone, literally. Tina and Angel, well, Angel says she is so beautiful. Well, she is too. Very, very beautiful, Angel. Angel is the daughter of Tina Lou, coming out of Oklahoma. They've been following you since we very first started playing your music here in Galaxy. And I think they have good taste. They very, very much do. Now, at the same time, Renae, I got to welcome you to Galaxy. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to play your music here at Galaxy. And I got to be honest with you, it seems just recently I can't get through a breakfast show without at least playing one of your songs. This is fantastic. You know what I mean?
It's phenomenal.
Well, our breakfast show is primarily made up, literally, of requests and how many people request songs and stuff like that. Production crash all that together, comes up with a 4-hour breakfast show, you know what I mean? And they do such a great job at it, they really do. And it seems that Renae Rain is getting traction here at Galaxy. It is every day these days, and I've got to congratulate you, I really, really do, because it's not easy. It really isn't easy actually getting into the music scene here in Galaxy, you know what I mean?
Right, okay. No, that's absolutely super stoked about that and surprised as well, but happily surprised. And thank you so much for delivering that news to me. That's great.
Well, I'm going to talk to you a lot through this. And at the end of this, Renae, believe me, I would absolutely congratulate you because you're becoming a superstar here at Galaxy. You really, really are.
Wow,
now,
amazing.
At the same time, Renae, let's have a little chat about this. How long have you been singing for?
Oh gosh, I was 5 years old when I started getting the bug for singing, and I was always singing around the house and things like that. So it's been over 25 years, something like that. It's a long time.
Very, very cool, believe me. And I have to admit, I feel when we first had, I feel it went straight into our Galaxy charts, literally, and it is not easy to be able to get into us to play you, let alone straight into the charts, which I got to congratulate you there. Now, let me run down on this. You know, her genres are ranging from soul, R&B, D&B, house, soul jazz. Just talented, absolutely talented. Now, I've got to let you know, Renae, I'm an engineer. I have been a studio and front of house engineer for almost 40 years. And literally, I have worked with some of the biggest bands in the world and travelled the world with them as well. It is not often, Renae, that I find something that excites me, something that takes my imagination, something that I want to follow like I do with you. How did you come to your style of music?
I think it's what I've been brought up on, to be honest. My family's been very musical. I've always had a household full of music of all styles, even classical music. When I'm going to the gym with my father, we listen to classical in the morning. Jazz has been the number one music genre that's been played. My grandfather, he was a blues artist and band manager. And so, yeah, I've grown up on a lot of different arrays of music, and I've just gravitated to anything that sounds good, feels good, and imitated it until I found my own way, if you like. So, yeah.
Well, I got to be honest, as I said, I'm an engineer, and I don't listen to music like a fan would listen to music. I kind of listen to it as an engineer, as a DJ CD.
Yeah.
And I can't fault your music. I really can't fault your work anywhere, anytime. Now, where did you get, and we opened up the show, Don't Worry About Me, and I'm going to ask you about that, but where did you get that particular track recorded?
It's in my home studio, actually.
So you produced this yourself?
Yeah, I produced it. I produced, wrote, and mixed, engineered the whole thing, and it was during lockdown, actually, the first lockdown in the UK, and I got to the point where, because everything was closed down, you couldn't go out to studios and just record or get someone to mix your stuff. So I just took it upon myself to really delve into learning how to engineer, and it was a bit of an experiment track, but it turned out to be really good. And so I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and release it and see what happens. And actually, a lot of radio stations played it, and they really liked it. And unfortunately, I have got some good equipment at home, so that helped with the sound. Obviously, I've got a really good mic, and I use Universal Audio and Logic Pro X, the best equipment. You don't need much these days to record. And I'm really happy to hear that feedback.
Well, believe me, and I have set a lifetime's career in this game. I got to applaud you. I really, really do, because I would never have picked it. Literally never would have. Sharon Marie's joining us as well. Nice to have you on board. Having said that, Don't Worry About Me. Tell me a little bit about the lyrics. Where did you come up with this?
I think it was just feeling like, obviously, like I said, it was during the whole pandemic. Everything was just crazy. People were unsure of what was happening, where we were going, anxiety building up, those sort of things. Even I was having my own issues at times, dealing with being isolated for so long. And I thought, you know what, I want to make an uplifting track. I want it to bring some joy to people, and just to say, even though we're going through this thing together, don't worry about me. Everything's going to be good. I'm still, focused, doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to get on, and it hopefully encourages other people to do the same. And it did, and a lot of people actually DM'd me saying how much that song uplifts them, makes them feel good. One lady, she's a big fan of mine over in America, and she said she puts it on every morning, and then when she does her washing up and her cleaning around the house, she puts it on around the house. So that's really nice.
Believe me, there's ladies like that all around the world that have been doing that, listening to Galaxy with your music. Believe me, I can attest to that. I can. In fact, I've had a couple text me and saying, I'm dancing around the house,
Wonderful.
To Renae Rain, literally. So believe me, that really does happen. Having said that, Renae, you're coming from England right now. In fact, you're coming from London in England.
Yeah.
Which part of London are you in?
South London.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of moving as well to Essex, to Chelmsford. So just outside of London. A bit more quieter, a little bit more rural. So yeah.
Yeah, believe
me.
London is a big place. I used to live in Piccadilly in London, cool. So I know my way around. In fact, I used to work in a nightclub called Church for the
I know of it.
New Zealand Australia's. Yeah, I was the DJ there for a while, if you know what I mean. And I even played in a place called the Cavern. Apparently, it had something to do with the Beatles back in the day.
Yes.
Yes. So, cool. And then when I left London, I actually went to Hawaii, to the North Shore, and worked in a nightclub called the Masquerade over there. But
amazing.
One thing about London, does it still get the pea sleepers, the fog?
Yes, at times it does, yeah. At certain times of the night, yeah, the fog hits quite hard. It depends. If it's been quite a wet night, then yeah, the fog really hits, yeah.
Yeah, I remember walking home from the nightclub and it was just,
you can't see anything.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Never struck anything like it before.
It's very eerie. It's really eerie.
It really can be. At the same time, tell me about Too Close, because believe me, this one is starting to get a lot of attention, and you're joined by Jenny Anisnaya there.
Yes.
Tell me about this, and then I want to talk to you about Romania, okay?
Okay. Oh, Romania. Okay. Yeah, so Too Close is a track that I produced. I just started to get into house music, as well as a songwriter and singer. I do produce music. I produce the majority of my own songs that you've heard, like I Feel and Don't Worry About Me, etc. And yeah, again, I just started listening to a lot of house music, and I'm working with Fred again. He's worked with Ed Sheeran, Stormzy. He's got his own house tracks out at the moment. We Lost Dance. I don't know if you've heard that track. But he's my mentor at the moment, and so I guess he's kind of influenced my sound quite a bit. And I just decided that I wanted to make a load of house tracks, and this was one of the first ones. And I then wanted to work with more females as well, because it's really quite a tough industry, you know, for female producers, singers. And I want to be, you know, I've called myself the goddess music as a producer, and I want to be that light, you know, that is part of the pathway to opening up things for females. So yeah, I found Jenny and I asked her if she wanted to be on the track. So I wrote the track and she vocaled it for me. And she's actually really talented. She was on The Voice last year, and she was mentored by Tom Jones and Will.i.am. So she's got an amazing voice.
Very, very cool. Well, at the moment it is coming in 1,177 requests. Believe me,
Wow.
this is absolutely fantastic. Here is Renae Rain featuring Jenny and Snire and Too Close. Are you okay there? You all right?
I'm good. I got my water. I'm good.
You need something stronger than water at the moment.
I know.
You might need a therapist after that. In fact, if you do, I know a few I can put you on to. I really do. Just, Rena, I ask this of everybody. I really, really do, because I'm really interested in this. But
Yeah.
you're not a vegan, are you?
How do you know?
Are you?
Yeah.
How long have you been a vegan?
It's been about, well, vegan I'd say about 4 years, but vegetarian it's been 15 years or more.
Wow, absolutely cool. Because I'm sorry, I just have this uncanny feeling that maybe you might have been one, so I thought I'd ask. You know what I mean?
That's really, you're well on the money with that one.
Well, cool. Cool.
Yeah, you are.
It's a gift. I'm
No,
sorry.
you did well with that. I was very shocked. It's not often I get asked that, so that was a very random but very on point.
Well, thank you. Believe me, I have spent a lifetime interviewing people. I kind of get to read their bodies and their body languages and stuff like that. So,
Right.
and I apologise for asking straight out, but it's just
No, it's fine.
nice. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
My voice is trying to be seemly over the background there. She is, very much so. Once this COVID virus thing gets under control and we're able to open up our boundaries and stuff like that, would you consider coming to New Zealand to do a tour?
That would be. I was actually considering, when you said the numbers, I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. And I thought, oh, that sounds like I should be out there performing.
Listen, you already are, because we are global. This is a stat coming from around the world, not just from New Zealand, you know what I mean?
Right.
We're a tiny little country, colonialised by the English.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Don't apologise to me, I'm American.
At least the Brits want to come.
My mother was Scottish, my father was an American Indian.
Yeah.
I was just,
really?
yeah, I was just
Not like
left here in
Aussie.
New Zealand.
I know why now.
You know why
Naughty
now.
child.
Yeah, I was a naughty child, yeah,
Syndrome,
absolutely. All of me at 18 months old was a naughty child.
Yes.
No, my father was actually enlisted into the Vietnam War, and he thought this was the beginning of the Third World War. He loved New Zealand and wanted one of his kids to be at least safe, so he left me behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mum said he wouldn't pay for the ticket.
He was cheap.
I think he's just.
My mum was Scottish, come on. You know what it's like getting money out of them, don't you? That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, you know, it is 27 away from lunchtime, 12 o'clock here in New Zealand. In fact, over in England right now, it must be about 26, 27 away from 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm
That's right.
talking to a very, very brave young lady at this time of the morning. And I got to welcome you along and thank you so much for taking the time out of your brand new Thursday morning to talk to us here in New Zealand. It is an absolute pleasure to have you. Normally we talk to people that are, a day behind us, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yesterday,
But
really.
we're on the same time.
We are. We're on the same timeline anyway. Now, Renae, I'm ever fascinated with people and how they conduct their musical careers. You know what I mean? I've followed people through the years. Now, you happened to just trip on off over to Estonia for a little while.
I did, yes.
That's random.
I did. It is very random, but you'd think it is, but actually not so much, because there's a lot of talented musical people over there who take music very, very seriously. And it is a small country like New Zealand, but I happened to live in London with some friends who were from there, and they kept telling me I should go and visit. So what started off as a visit, and knowing full well that I'm a singer, songwriter, it turned into a 3 or 4 time trip, and I ended up meeting a DJ out there who DJ'd in all the venues that were sort of underground. He was very well known as well. He's part of Original Skills, and he does a lot of hip hop and R&B, and he's like doing turntables with vinyl, CDs, all that kind of stuff. We connected, and then after that I was invited to do a festival, and the rest is the rest. I just said, you know what, there is a demand for me over here, why don't I explore it? So I decided to move, and I moved about 4 years ago there and stayed there.
I get that, I really, really do, and I understand that. But as a Kiwi, we wouldn't kind of go to Estonia, you know what I mean? We might go to England, but we wouldn't go to Estonia.
It's not the most likely country. I mean, I knew nothing about the country. I thought it was just like a war-torn country, which it was. Obviously, it's a lot more developed now, and there's a lot of technology over there. Skype, what we're on, came out of there, Taxify. There's a lot of start-up companies there, so it is a developing country, and the people, although they're quite cold and reserved, once you get to know them, they'll welcome you into their home and into their culture, and they just want you to embrace their culture. Basically, they don't want you to steal away from what they have. But I was pretty much really welcomed there from the start. Obviously, it had its ups and downs. There was still a lot of discriminatory experiences that I had, but for the most part, I became pretty famous out there. So.
Now, at the same time, I'm going to talk to you very, very shortly about Ibiza as well. I know Ibiza. I've actually been a DJ there myself in the past, so believe me, I know the culture there. Having said that, I was talking to you just as your song was playing. Would you consider coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences? Believe me, we would absolutely love to have you once everything's, all sorted out again. Now, we were thinking maybe about 4 shows here in New Zealand, maybe about 8 shows over in Australia. Yeah, only because we like their money, right? But then, the good people came to New Zealand, the criminals went to Australia, didn't they?
To Australia, I heard that story.
Yeah. Coming from the horse's mouth, she's English, she would know. Not that we give Australians too much stick.
Oh,
You do.
Yeah. Believe me, there's a lot of silence, stunned look there. They go, what? Yeah, believe me, I give them a lot of stick, to be honest with you. But, it's that brotherly love thing, neighbours stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's friendly banter.
Yeah, it's like, as I say to the Americans, it's like the Americans and the Canadians and their ice hockey. Well, ours is rugby union as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're familiar with rugby, right?
Yeah, of course. That's one of the, second world sports of England. So
There you go. Believe me, we have the All Blacks. They have the Wallabies. Wallabies. And I've actually played against the English team when I was in university.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was a long time ago. It really was. But believe me, we actually got beaten too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, wow.
And we played against Wales as well.
Oh.
Got thrashed
Oh,
there.
nice. Well, Wales are a very good team, so for rugby.
Yeah, believe me. We were the sort of junior blacks back in those days, and
Mhm.
never was an All Black, but I got into the junior teams and stuff like that, and we played some of the more prestigious teams that came over with the A teams. You know, we got the C's and D's, and believe me,
Oh, right.
we got hammered. We did. In fact, we got so hammered, we got wasted.
Oh, wasted. Oh, nice pun there.
I think that's a good segue. Tell me about Dre Scuffs and Wasted.
Well, I didn't hear the first bit, what you said, sorry.
Tell me about Dre Scuffs.
Oh, Dre Scuffs, sorry, yes. I thought you said Scouts. Dre Scuffs is a hip-hop artist from New Jersey, and we met when he came over 2 summers ago now. I can't believe it, but back in 2019, we both had a gig at the same venue called Love's Company is the venue, and we got chatting, and we both had a performance there. We both liked each other's music, and it was very similar. So we vowed to do a collaboration. And about a year later, after I brought my EP out, which he loved, and he'd heard Wasted originally performed by me on the night, and he said he wanted to jump on the remix. So yeah, we did that.
Well, I tell you what, right now, 1,291, that's 1,291 requests and climbing
Wow.
for Wasted. Here's the remix. How you feeling, Renae? You okay?
Yeah, a bit sweaty. kind of wish I had worn this jersey.
Believe me, you do not want to see the last interview I had, what they were wearing.
I'll look it up.
Believe
Was
me.
it something I'd buy?
No.
It's something that I asked him to send to me, to be very honest. It's something I would wear.
Then I expect you to wear it.
Yeah. Well, were they
Overalls,
overshorts? A pair of shorts out of a pair of dungarees.
Couldn't see you
okay.
wearing it.
Yeah, but it was the Stars and Stripes.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, very, very American. It really is.
You very American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe me. But it's not the first time I've asked a man to send me his pants.
Everybody.
And that's true, actually. I've got a friend of mine out of a band in Canada. He was in a video with these really, really cool pants. And I says, hey, listen, when you finish with those, send them to me. That was years ago, and I'm still waiting.
Yeah. He's coming back.
He's coming back, too. Yeah, I know he is. And I'm still going to ask him, where's my pants?
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do have a fan question for you that I'm going to ask you next time on air. Basically what it is how does a fan get hold of you? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Stuff like that, okay?
Yeah.
And the next song up is Impossible, which is your second most requested song here. It's fantastic.
Interesting. It's interesting what people like, and I'm so eclectic. It's like, wow, but they like this and they like this. It's interesting.
Well, I've got to let
I'm
you
glad
know,
it's
Renae,
accepted.
we only play the best here at Galaxy.
Yeah. Thank you.
But you out drinking all night and waiting, time wasted on you. You could be in, now I'm here hating. All night I've wasted, time taking on you. You should be in, but you're out drinking.
You know, that's not bad, actually. +7, another 7 people requesting it while we were talking just then, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
People are loving your work. And I got to applaud you, I really do, as an engineer myself. Now, I do have a fan question for you.
Yeah.
As a fan, how do we get hold of you, Renae? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Renae, do you respond?
I have Instagram, and I'm on it. I'm on there majority of the time. That's where I do a lot of my posting and sharing of social media. So that is Renae Rain Official, spelled RenaeRain. I also have my producer page now, which is The Goddess Music, all one word. I'm on Facebook as well as a fan page, so feel free to follow me there. As Renae Rain Official. I have Twitter as well, though I'm not much of a tweeter. I won't tweet as often as the most people, but I'm on there as Renae R Official. Or you can check out my website, which is renaerain.com.
Now, on your website, do you have a merch
Yeah.
store? Can we buy merch there?
I was trying to set up some merch actually before lockdown. I had some distribution issues, so I haven't got anything at the moment. I was doing some merch for Spend, my track that I have as a single release that was on my EP. Some t-shirts and some snapbacks. But if people request it, then yeah, sure, I would do it.
Hold on, what's a slapback? It's okay.
It's
It's a
what
cap,
you're wearing.
a ball cap. Right,
What you're
gotcha.
wearing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had somebody call it a snapback, actually. That'll be the plastic bits at the back, not the white
that's it.
Velcro ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. I'm onto it now. Believe me, I learned a new,
But
I learned a
I
new
do
word.
have a mail box as well, so people can sign up to my mailing list, which is on the website, I believe. And if they want to request some merch, I'll happily send some stuff to them.
Very, very cool. Now, at the same time,
Mhm.
where can we download your music?
I'm on all the main streaming platforms, so Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, all of the major streaming platforms. So you just type in Renae Rain or The Goddess Music for my newer stuff, and you'll find me. Please stream, because those streams really help me. So as much as you're requesting radio, which is amazing, please do follow me on Spotify and stream my music too.
You're going to get a whole host of new fans there. You really, really are. Now, having said that, and I did touch on you coming to New Zealand and performing in front of New Zealand audiences. Renae, I got to let you know, we're a little crazy here in New Zealand.
Okay.
We really are. You know, well, are you up for a few challenges while you're here?
Sure. Well, it depends what they are.
Caution. Believe me. Are you familiar with the hoo-hoo grub?
The what?
Hoo-hoo grub, spelled H-U-H-U grub.
No, I'm not sure what that is.
Well, okay, let me put it in terms. You're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
Now, this is bigger. Literally, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white, and what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head. Don't eat the head. When you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Really? Ooh, gold.
Now,
That sounds.
I do
That
understand.
sounds like Thai food.
Well, some people we do have to tie up to be able to eat them, but it is one of the traditions here in New Zealand that we have for Aurora Entertainments. Barbara is the manager of the company that brings bands into the country, tours them up and down. She does all the logistics. One-stop shop, literally she's a wealth of knowledge, but it is something that we do with every incoming artist. Now, having said that,
Wow.
keeping in mind that you are a vegan, I think we will pass on this. What do you reckon?
Oh, that saved me. Yeah, because I don't do meat.
But
Or animals.
Yeah, no, believe me, nothing with a face on it. But having having said that, when you are here in New Zealand, have you ever heard of a place called Queenstown?
It sounds familiar to me, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean Queensland in Australia. That's, the place,
yeah.
no, men wear dresses there and high heels and stuff in Queensland. Go driving fast in fast cars, call it drag racing. No, Queenstown is a little boutique kind of town come city. It wants to be a city, it really does, where all the A-listers from around the world go and run away and hide from paparazzis and stuff like that.
Okay.
Places where they can take the other significant other, or what's on the road really. Shania Twain owns property down there, literally.
Oh, wow.
Kevin Costner was down there pre-pandemic, same with Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, blah, 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 all the A-listers.
Yeah, all the A-listers.
So, Renae, you never know who you might run into, but I've got to be honest with you, Renae, you don't want to run into me.
Why is that?
I'll throw you off a bridge.
Oh my god.
We have...
That's very random. I don't think I should be laughing about that.
Suddenly everyone wants to be a vegan. Thank you, John Pater. Literally, you bring the grubs out. Oh, okay. Anyway, John Pater actually is the father of an artist that we have on the charts here at Galaxy. Her name is Ashley Pater, coming out of Vancouver, Canada. Absolute darling of music. We'll introduce you, actually. I think you guys will get on very, very well. Sean Simpson.
That would be awesome.
Sean Simpson is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Sean. We love you. We really do. Now, having said that, I said that I would throw you off a bridge. Let me clarify that. We have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
Oh, I knew you was going to say that.
And
I don't do heights either.
it's okay. I told you we're crazy. We like to challenge ourselves every day. Otherwise, you don't know that you're alive, right? Keep that going.
Keep
pumping.
the heart pounding,
Yeah, exactly. And nothing could get your day started like jumping off a bridge, a couple of 100 feet up, down you go.
Yeah.
But you're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee.
Oh, gosh. They're going to love you over there.
They do already, believe me. I give the Prime Minister so much stick, but he deserves it. He does, Mr. Morrison. Yeah. Hey, listen, since we got rid of, that American president, there hasn't been anybody funny in politics, so we make fun of you instead, okay, Mr. Morrison? We have to have some fun in this world. An Australian Prime Minister, who better? I mean, when this first started, instead of locking down his country, he painted his prime ministerial plane.
Oh, nice.
He did.
Truly, it did happen.
But now look who's talking.
Yeah. Literally. And literally no, I'm not even going to go there, to be honest, otherwise I'll be picking holes in him for the next 92 hours or something like that. It's that much fun, But having said that, we could take you on the Shotover River down while you're down in Queenstown. Believe me, this is absolutely exhilarating. It gets the heart pumping. It really does. Big jet boats. These are huge jet boats going down this river, full tilt, literally.
Well, I would do that. I would definitely do that.
There's walls right there, and there's, only the paint thickness is away from these walls at high speeds. They will turn them inside out, upside down, round and round, and you won't spill your beer.
Okay, because we're going that fast.
Well, no, we have lids.
Oh my god.
Centrifugal force is a lot of fun, but it's not that good, really. A lid works a lot better, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, of course.
Well, look, nothing's impossible.
No, it's a smart idea. It's a smart idea.
It is a smart idea, but I want you to tell me all about Impossible.
Impossible. Yeah, this track, actually, I had almost finished my EP, and the producer I was working with at the time, he said you got to have one R&B track because everything else is kind of hip-hop-ish. vibe, very chilled. So he said, you got to have one R&B track, and this is the track called Impossible.
Well, I got to be honest with you. This one, being your second most requested song, almost right there at 3,000 requests so far, 2,998 requests and climbing is Renae Rain and Impossible. How are you feeling there, Renae? You okay?
Not bad. Surviving.
We have one more to go.
Oh my god.
We have one more to go. Then we'll do some funny photos and everything, and then
Okay.
we'll let you get off to bed because I really
Thank you.
appreciate you being with us. I really do.
No, thanks for having me, really. I wish I was 100%. It's just weekend blues.
I get it. I really do. Will you come back again? And we have more music
Yeah.
of yours. We would love to be
No,
able to do
of
this
course.
again.
No, I would love to, definitely. And obviously feeling much better than I am today, it'd be brilliant to do that. And I'd love to come over to New Zealand at some point. That would be phenomenal. That would be amazing.
Do you like shopping?
I do. Who doesn't?
Yeah,
What woman doesn't?
Suddenly Barbara's got a huge smile on her face. She's an Olympic shopper, believe me. She knows all the good places to go. So believe me, when you come over here,
Brilliant.
we'll make sure that you and Barbara get out and do a bit of girly stuff. What do you reckon?
Yes, sounds good.
Do you like wine?
I do like wine, yeah.
We can take you and introduce you to some of New Zealand's finest wineries and sample some of their wares. Maybe we might even do a bit of an acoustic thing. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty. That would be nice.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, the original set of Hobbiton, the very first one that you see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, okay, it's about an hour and a half away from where we are right here. And
Oh, wow.
I'll get the crew to be able to take you in and show you around. Believe
Yeah,
me, you
that
will
would be
love it.
awesome.
I'm not allowed back home.
So is that something you guys would organise, like,
Oh, yeah.
for me to come over? Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, believe me, we'll sort something out, but we can't do it until we're allowed.
Obviously,
you know
no,
what I mean?
no,
So-
of course.
and
2023.
how's Bojo going as a primate?
How's the what? Sorry.
How's Boris Johnson going as your Prime Minister?
Oh God, not very good at all.
He's a schoolboy, isn't he?
He's a bit of a laughing stock here.
I thought Tony Blair was a schoolboy, but my God,
No,
Bojo's
this
just as
guy
bad,
is
isn't he?
elementary.
Yeah, it's all elementary. I got to admit, Renae, you'll get the backstage photos as well, and believe me, there's some very, very good shots there. I got to be honest, it shows Barbara what she's doing while I'm doing this as well. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
gives
Yeah,
you a
yeah.
little backstory at that.
Nice.
Tina Lucy's 3,000 now. She's requested it twice, so she's loving your work. Big fan of yours, I got to be honest. And thank you, Tina. Absolutely brilliant. No worries. The height doesn't last long, says John Pater. You're right. It doesn't. Believe me. So you got a thing about heights. You get vertigo.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Actually, I get to, like, if I'm on a boat or something, not a boat, but a ship, and I walk to the, you know, I don't know, what do you call it?
The bow.
The rail.
The bow, yeah.
Yeah, right at the. Yep.
Yes, right. I want to throw myself off. It's like a really weird sensation, and and so I don't trust myself with heights. But I do get the dizziness. Yeah, I do get vertigo as well.
Have you watched Titanic one too many times?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I get it. I understand. But I would love to be able to take you and throw you out of a perfectly good aeroplane, to be honest.
Oh gosh, yeah. I might do that. I might. I've never been one for extreme sports, but I don't know. I am tempted.
Okay.
I do. It is in the back of my mind that might need to try it.
Yeah, believe me, I've been a skydiver for 30 odd years, and Well, I actually did it when I was in the Air Force. I've got to be honest, and just continued on doing it.
Okay.
Where we are right here, just a wee way away, is a city called Rotorua, and it's got a very, very accomplished airport. You know what I mean? And from time to time, they used to, until this pandemic anyway, was give me a call and say, hey, Grant, we got somebody that wants to jump out of a plane. Do you want to come and, take them for the joyride? And I'm, yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, from time to time, I'll go in there and just put on my gear, sit at the back of the room and watch these people while they're, filling out their forms and getting dressed and getting shown everything they need to be shown, and then escorted out to the plane. I won't say a thing to them, just get into the plane and usually squeeze behind them. And one of my friends will hook us in, you know what I mean, strap us in.
Yeah.
Have been known to, just as you squeeze yourself to the door and you start looking out, you lean forward, I have been known to tap the guy on the back of the head and say, you've been an instructor long?
Oh my God.
Freaks the hell out of them, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah, but you know why blind people don't skydive, don't you?
Why is that?
Scares the hell out of their dogs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Actually, speaking of blind people, I've got a friend of mine who is literally, legally and clinically blind, and she was down at the supermarket the other day and she had a worried look on her face. I says to her, well, what's the matter, sweetie? And she goes, I read Braille, right? And I went, yeah. She goes, I just read something. I went, what was it? And she goes, don't touch. Renae, it's just the way I feel, you know what I mean? I'm kind of cheeky, I've got to be honest with you. And your most requested track, and this is absolutely fantastic. You're way over 3,509 requests.
Can be 10. Yeah.
Tell me about I Feel.
Oh, I Feel. It definitely has a soft spot for me, I tell you that much. Again, another track I wrote in lockdown with my sister, actually. I did the production first. I was looking for some new sound, some inspiration, and I wanted to try something different after, Don't Worry About Me and my whole EP stuff. And I was looking for a new sound, and I Feel just sort of came like from outside of me. It wasn't something that I really planned. It just sort of came together. And then I sat down with my sister because she writes lyrics as well. We both sat down and wrote it together. And it's just been a hit ever since. Everyone's been raving about it.
Well, I got to congratulate you because I can't get past the breakfast show without playing I Feel every morning. And believe me, that's not easy to do. It really, really isn't. It is the audio audience literally that vote for your music, and believe me, that is fantastic. Right here at Galaxy is Renae Rain, joining us live out of London. Here is I Feel. So, are you still writing? Are you still recording right now?
Yeah, I am. I actually just connected with an American singer she's from Las Vegas, and she's doing a lot of her own stuff, but she wants to collaborate with me also. So I have a track that I'm working on with her.
Okay.
And I have some more stuff that I'm trying to bring out. I do actually want to do an EP with I Feel and a couple of other songs on there. Which I'll probably bring out in the winter after all the house stuff has come out. So yeah, I should have an EP with I Feel on there, and I've done a remix for I Feel as well.
How would you like to send us a few copies when you get them so that we can do a Renae Rain giveaway here at Galaxy? I know they'll get snapped up in no time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be great, yeah.
Tell you what, even if will you send me a t-shirt with your brand on it? So, because believe me, when people watch these, they get on the interwebby thing, they go and find out who I'm wearing, go and download their music, everything like that, and before you know it, you've got another 5,000 fans. Sean Simpson, I rock. Well, hey, thank you. Thank you. You rock right on back. You really do. At the same time, I'm going to ask one more thing. seeing you've got a studio there and you're such an accomplished vocalist, how would you like to do some voice drops for me that I can put on my shows and have you playing here? It's about keeping your name rolling.
Of course, yeah, definitely, I'll do that.
Nice.
100%.
MP3.
Just tell me what you'd like me to say, and I'll do it.
Oh, very simple. Hi, it's Renae Rain, and you can hear me on The Breakfast Show on Galaxy 107 FM, something like that.
Okay, yeah, okay, sure.
Or introduce I Feel, or introduce I Feel
I'll do a
Galaxy.
few varied ones.
Yeah, please, because we want to get behind to promote you, and if people are hearing your name all the time, there you go. You're getting a fan base, and people are finding out who you are. You know. What I mean?
Yeah, sounds good.
I also want to talk to you once we've finished this. Would you mind? I've got a friend of mine who comes out of India. He lives in a region with about 8 million people, and I'm sure he knows each and every one of them by their first name, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
But
That's something.
he's got a magazine. Would you mind if we got you promoted in his magazine?
Sure, definitely. The more promotion, the better for me. I definitely wouldn't say no.
Cool.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's wrap this up, but don't go anywhere, Renae.
Okay.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. 6 minutes after 12 o'clock, it is 14.5 degrees. We'll call it 15 degrees. It's going to be closer to mine than the weatherman's. Believe me, stay with me. It is Thursday, August 26th, and that wraps it up for an interview with Renae Rain, coming out of London, England. But first of all, Renae, Bethany from Greymouth asks, what's the secret to your success, Renae? How did you become such a famous person?
Wow, I didn't never consider myself being a famous person, but that's a really honorable thing to say. I guess just being consistent and being genuine with what I do. I love what I do, and I guess my love and passion for what I do reflects, and I guess people are taken by that. So I guess, just being consistent and loving what I do.
Well, I tell you what, we love your work, and we're kind of hoping that you'll come back again. Will you release new music with us?
Definitely. I'll be sending you new stuff all the time now.
Absolutely love that idea, because believe me, we would love to be used as a platform for your music and your absolute superb work. Believe me, as I said, almost 40 years in the game. And if you've done this yourself, absolutely stunning, brilliant.
Thank you.
It really is. And believe me,
thank you very much.
I've worked with some really big bands, so believe me, it is a pleasure to be able to hear somebody of that talent put it all together. It really is. Now, I'm going to have to wrap this up. Unfortunately, I've gone a little bit over from overtime, from lunchtime, but we will again catch up in the near future, and believe me, keep an eye on this space. For everybody that's watching on Facebook Live right now, got to thank you so much for joining us. If you're going to watch a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do, yes. Sub, thumb, bell, bingo. Bell notifications. Important people like Renae Rain, literally. Absolutely. Renae, welcome to the Galaxy family. Thank you so much for taking the time out. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
In the meantime, let's go back to the other studio. Here's Emma Franklin and Piece of My Heart here at Galaxy. Good afternoon.